Howdy, howdy, everyone. My name's Eugene. BIAB.com. Today is my first day brewing ever. I'm getting going here. I'm boiling up some water so I can calibrate my thermometers, make sure that they're in line here. We're going to do an Imperial, a Russian Imperial Stout. I'll have the link and the recipe, the information here. But basically, right there's your recipe there. We got 6.8 pounds of Maris Otter, 6 ounces of Special B, 6 ounces of flaked barley, 6 ounces of chocolate malt, 6 ounces of flaked oats, 6 ounces of Munich 10, and 1 ounce of C80. We're going to do a 120-minute boil total. At 60 minutes, we're going to drop in 1.1 ounce of nugget hops. We're using the pellets. And at 20 minutes, we're going to drop in 0.39 ounces of Willamette. And then right at flame out, I'm going to, just for the heck of it, I'm going to throw in 1 ounce of coffee. I've got my water just now going to a good rolling boil. I have my food probe thermometer here. Let's see what we get. I'm right at 212. And then I've got my Master Forge thermometer, and we're right at 212 there as well. So this is my first time ever brewing. I've got a lot to learn. I know I'm going to screw up left and right here. My greatest hope is here, and I can have something that I can choke down. Hopefully we'll do a lot better than that. I've watched a lot of fellow YouTubers. I've been scouring the boards, the forums. So let's see what we got. I'm going to go ahead and put me about 3 gallons of water here in my big kettle. My big kettle. This is only a 4-gallon kettle. I'm looking to do a 2-gallon batch. That's all I want to do. Today, I've got my work cut out for me, I know. I'm going to need to boil about 4 gallons of water once I start my boil process, because I'm going to be boiling for 120 minutes. So with that, I'm going to have to sparge and then set some water aside and then top up as we go here. And probably about maybe a half hour into the full boil, add the rest of it and then let it boil down. And then I'm going to wind up, I hope, with about 2 gallons. I'll watch it. I have a refractometer. I will check my gravities. My gravity, I'm looking for 1.12 something. I'll put it right there when I edit the video. So we're going to be brewing a big chunky beer here. I think this is going to test my skills and test the equipment. I think I got it figured out. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, first thing I'm doing here, I'm getting my water up to 160 degrees, at which point I'm going to mash in. That means I'm going to take all my grains. I'm going to throw that put the bag in there, and then I'm going to throw everything in there, and I'm going to give it a real good stir, get it mixed up, and I'm going to let it sit. My target temp for mashing, I'm looking about 152 degrees. I want to keep it at 152 degrees. Let's see how well we do. Okay, one thing I am doing here, I got me a propane cooker going in my garage. I don't have another door. I do have a fan blowing. I've got the garage door open, as you can see, and I also got me a carbon monoxide detector here because, or carbon monoxide alarm. You know what? I don't want to kill myself with my first brew here. So I've got this here in the garage. Okay, we're at 160 degrees. Let's go ahead and cut this flame and let's mash in. Okay, let's see how well I can do this without screwing it all up, eh? I was concerned that I wouldn't have enough room. I had 3 gallons of water in it, and I needed to put 7 pounds of grain in it. However, it fit just fine with not much room left over. 2-gallon batch. 4-gallon pot. I had 3 gallons of water, the 7 pounds of grain. It was a tight fit. I actually could have put a little bit less water in it because it didn't give me much room to play with adjusting my temperatures as things went on. Okay, success. I got my grains in. Now what I want to do is go ahead and stir it up, get rid of any lumps. Right now we're showing about 153, so I'm in good shape here, I feel. I'm going to cover it. I rinsed my cover good. It's a brand new cover, brand new everything. I rinsed it out real good when I first, before I started it up. Okay, I've got it wrapped up. My temperature is 153 degrees. I'm gonna let it mash for about 1 hour. It's 4:30 right now, so about every 15 minutes I'm gonna stir it up a little bit here. I might go ahead and light the burner just for a couple of seconds every once in a while so I can maintain that temperature. I think that'll help me. Then I'm going to preheat some Sparge water up to 170 degrees, and then I will do my mash out, quote unquote, and get that last little bit out of it the best I can. Okay, I've been letting it sit for about a little bit over an hour now. I've stirred it about 3 times or so, and in doing so, I let the temp drop to about 147. I pulled the bag up a couple of times, gave it a little bit of heat to try to bring the heat up. I put a little bit of hot water in it, and I got it all the way filled. Memo to me, don't fill it up. I've got the thing pretty much filled to the top. I'm heating up some water here. It's time for me to do my Sparge. I'm going to get the water up to 170 degrees. Oh, brother, this stuff here smells good. It is as sweet as can be. That is good. I've got 2 toaster oven racks. I figure I'm going to use these to let the bag drain on. That way I don't sit there and show you all my muscles here. My water's hit 170 degrees on my second burner here. I'm going to say I got a little bit over 2 gallons. And I'm going to let this sit here and drain for a bit. So, what we're going to do, I tried dropping it into this one here and it overflowed. I'm just going to go ahead and scoop this water up here and let it flow through my grain bag. Now I've poured about a gallon of water through this. And my main brew kettle is about up to here. So I'm probably about 3.5 gallons. And I hear a lot of people who do brew in a bag, they like to squeeze the hell out of the bag, so that's what we're going to do. That bag's hot, boys and girls. Okay, I'm going to say I've got this here about maybe 1.75 inches from the top. I'm going to get this up to boil. I don't think I can have it any fuller and get it to a boil without being deeply worried about a boil over. Alright, boys and girls, we got a good boil going here. I'm showing about 214 degrees temp, so yeah, she's boiling. I've got my grain sitting here on top of a 2-gallon pot that I've got some water heated up. As I need water here, I will add to it. I'm going to try to work it to where when it hits 60 minutes more on the boil, when I've boiled it for 60 minutes, we're doing a 120-minute boil. So when I hit 60 minutes and I do my first hop addition, I want to have about 3 gallons in my main boil kettle here, and then try to wind up with just a little bit over 2 gallons. I've got my pot measured here, so when I get about halfway on the pot, that's right at 2 gallons. I want maybe just a little bit over here, and then I'll play with it and see what my gravity is and see what we can do from there. Okay, so here we are 1 hour into the boil. I'm putting my first hop addition in, the 1.1 ounces of the nugget. And as you can see right here, it really wanted to boil over, to foam up anyways as soon as that hops hit the water. So the trick is to keep your eyeballs on it and do it nice and slow. If you're just going to throw the pellets in there and turn your back and walk away, you're going to have a sticky mess. And then 40 minutes later, I put in the rest of my hops, the 0.39 ounces of Willamette. At flame out, I put in 1 ounce of coffee and 1 ounce of cocoa powder. And finishing up the boil here, I've got it cooling off in the sink. Lots of ice and a jug that I had in the freezer, got a bit of ice in it, and got it nice and cold. Actually, I needed 2 bags of ice in order to make this work. I then cooled the wort down to 65 degrees, pitched my yeast. I've got it bubbling away at 66, 68 degrees. Check out the website, howtobiab.com. I will post a link here of when I bottle the beer, and as well I'll post a link here of when I drink the beer when it's ready to be drank. Thank you for watching and have a good one. Bye.